Hey guys, thanks for choosing to watch this video, and welcome back to our channel. Software classes. Today we're tackling a topic that's often misunderstood, and even more often, swept under the rug. We're talking about alcohol, and no, not the fun party stories, but the serious stuff, the hidden dangers. We all know alcohol can be fun in the moment, a social lubricant, a way to unwind after a long day. But what we often don't realize are the serious long-term consequences it can have on our bodies, our minds, and even our lives. Over the next few chapters, we're going to take a deep dive into the science behind alcohol's effects, separating fact from fiction, and giving you the knowledge you need to make informed decisions about your health. We'll explore how alcohol impacts everything from your liver to your brain, your relationships to your wallet. So grab a glass of water, yes, water, and get ready to learn about the hidden dangers of alcohol. Trust me, this is one house call you don't want to miss. Let's start with the organ that takes the biggest hit from alcohol, your liver. You see, the liver is your body's main filter, processing everything you consume and removing toxins. When you drink alcohol, your liver has to work overtime to break it down. Now, a healthy liver can handle moderate amounts of alcohol, but chronic, heavy drinking, that's a different story. Over time, excessive alcohol consumption can lead to a buildup of fat in the liver, a condition known as fatty liver disease. And it doesn't stop there. Continued alcohol abuse can cause inflammation and scarring of the liver, leading to alcoholic hepatitis and eventually cirrhosis. Cirrhosis is serious, guys. It can lead to liver failure and even death. The scary part is, these liver conditions often develop silently, with no symptoms until it's too late. So even if you feel fine, excessive drinking could be slowly damaging your liver. Think your liver is the only organ affected by alcohol? Think again. Your heart, responsible for pumping blood throughout your body, also suffers when you drink too much. You might have heard of holiday heart syndrome. It's a real thing. Binge drinking, even occasionally, can disrupt the heart's natural rhythm, leading to irregular heartbeats, also known as arrhythmias. And if you think a little flutter in your chest is no big deal, think again. Over time, chronic alcohol abuse weakens the heart muscle, making it less efficient at pumping blood. This can lead to a condition called alcoholic cardiomyopathy, which increases the risk of heart failure and stroke. The bottom line is, alcohol and a healthy heart don't mix. So next time you're reaching for another drink, remember the potential damage you could be doing to this vital organ. Alright, let's move on to another area affected by alcohol, your digestive system. You know, that complex network responsible for breaking down food and absorbing nutrients. Yeah, alcohol messes with that too. For starters, alcohol irritates the lining of your stomach, increasing the production of stomach acid. This can lead to gastritis, which causes symptoms like nausea, vomiting, and stomach pain. Not exactly a recipe for a fun night out, right? And it gets worse. Chronic alcohol abuse can also damage the pancreas, the organ responsible for producing digestive enzymes. This damage can lead to pancreatitis, a painful inflammation of the pancreas that can be life-threatening. So, while that after-work drink might seem tempting, remember that it could be wreaking havoc on your digestive system, leading to a whole host of uncomfortable and even dangerous problems. Now let's talk about your immune system, your body's defense force against infections. You need a strong immune system to fight off all the nasty bugs out there, but alcohol weakens it, leaving you vulnerable. Here's how it works. Alcohol disrupts the delicate balance of your gut microbiome, the trillions of bacteria that live in your intestines and play a crucial role in immunity. This disruption weakens your body's ability to fight off infections, and it's not just your gut that suffers. Alcohol also impairs the function of white blood cells, the soldiers of your immune system that attack and destroy harmful invaders. This makes you more susceptible to infections, from the common cold to more serious illnesses like pneumonia. So, if you're looking to stay healthy and avoid getting sick, limiting your alcohol intake is crucial. A strong immune system is your best defense, and alcohol weakens it, leaving you open to attack. We've seen how alcohol damages the body, but what about the brain? You know, the command center responsible for everything you think, feel, and do. Well, alcohol messes with that too, and the consequences can be far-reaching. One of the most immediate effects of alcohol is impaired cognitive function. You know that feeling of being buzzed or tipsy? That's your brain power taking a nosedive. Alcohol slows down communication between brain cells, affecting your reaction time, coordination, and decision-making abilities. And it's not just a temporary thing. Chronic alcohol abuse can lead to long-term cognitive impairment, affecting your memory, attention span, and ability to learn new information. This can have serious consequences for your work, relationships, and overall quality of life. You might think a little alcohol here and there won't hurt you in the long run, but the truth is, even moderate drinking can have lasting effects on your brain. One of the most alarming findings is that alcohol actually shrinks your brain. Yes, you heard that right. Studies have shown that chronic alcohol consumption leads to a decrease in brain volume, particularly in areas responsible for memory, learning, and emotional control. This shrinkage is due to the toxic effects of alcohol on brain cells, leading to cell death and damage. The scariest part: this brain shrinkage isn't always reversible. While some damage can be undone with abstinence, long-term heavy drinking can lead to permanent brain changes and cognitive decline. So that harmless glass of wine with dinner might not seem so harmless anymore. Now let's talk about addiction, a complex and often misunderstood aspect of alcohol abuse. When you drink alcohol, it triggers the release of dopamine, a feel-good chemical in your brain. This dopamine rush is what makes you feel happy, relaxed, and even euphoric. Over time, however, your brain becomes accustomed to this dopamine surge and starts to crave it. This is where addiction comes in. You start needing more and more alcohol to achieve the same pleasurable effects, leading to a dangerous cycle of dependence. Alcohol addiction, also known as alcohol use disorder, is a serious medical condition that requires professional help to overcome. It's not a sign of weakness or a lack of willpower. It's a complex interplay of genetic, environmental, and social factors. If you're struggling with alcohol addiction, know that you're not alone. There are resources available to help you break free from the cycle of dependence and regain control of your life. You might think alcohol helps you relax and de-stress, but the truth is, it can actually worsen existing mood disorders and even trigger new ones. That's because alcohol disrupts the delicate balance of chemicals in your brain, including those that regulate mood. Alcohol is a depressant, meaning it slows down brain activity. While it might initially make you feel relaxed and happy, it eventually leads to a drop in mood, leaving you feeling more anxious, depressed, and irritable. Chronic alcohol abuse can also interfere with the effectiveness of medications used to treat mood disorders, making it even harder to manage these conditions. This can lead to a vicious cycle of self-medication and worsening mental health. If you're struggling with a mood disorder, it's crucial to avoid alcohol and seek professional help. Alcohol is not a solution for dealing with difficult emotions. In fact, it can make things much worse. Hey guys, Dr. Mike here. Alcohol dehydrates you, affecting your vocal cords. You need them to communicate, sing, and more. Dehydration makes vocal cords less efficient. Stay hydrated, especially when drinking alcohol. Now, dehydration isn't the only way alcohol messes with your voice. Remember how we talked about alcohol irritating your stomach lining? Well, it does the same thing to your throat and vocal cords. Think about it. Alcohol is essentially ethanol, a type of alcohol that's also found in things like hand sanitizer. Not exactly something you want to gargle with, right? When you drink alcohol, it passes over your throat and vocal cords, causing irritation and inflammation. This can lead to that scratchy, sore throat feeling we all know and loathe. And if you're a singer, actor, or someone who relies on their voice professionally, this inflammation can be a real career killer. But it's not just professionals who should be concerned. Chronic inflammation of the vocal cords can lead to long-term damage, including nodules, polyps, and even vocal cord paralysis. These conditions can significantly impact your ability to speak and sing, and in some cases, may require surgery. So while that occasional beer might seem harmless, remember that it's contributing to a slow burn of inflammation in your throat. Okay, so we've covered the immediate effects of alcohol on your voice, dehydration and inflammation. But what about the long-term consequences? Well, just like with any other organ in your body, chronic alcohol abuse can wreak havoc on your vocal cords. Remember those nodules and polyps we talked about? They're basically like calluses that form on your vocal cords due to repeated irritation and overuse. And guess what's a major culprit in vocal cord overuse? Yep, you guessed it, alcohol. When you drink, you tend to talk louder, yell more, and generally put more strain on your vocal cords. Over time, this constant strain can lead to permanent damage, making it difficult to speak clearly or sing in tune. And for professional voice users, this can be a career-ending diagnosis. So if you're serious about protecting your voice, it's crucial to moderate your alcohol consumption and give your vocal cords a break. Now, alcohol's impact on your voice goes beyond just the vocal cords themselves. It also affects your breath control, which is essential for speaking and singing. Alcohol is a depressant, meaning it slows down your central nervous system. This includes the muscles you use for breathing, making it harder to take deep, controlled breaths. Think about it. Have you ever noticed that after a few drinks, you might slur your words or find it harder to get your point across? That's partly due to alcohol's effect on your breath control. It's like trying to run a marathon with lead weights strapped to your ankles. You're not going to perform your best. And it doesn't stop there. Alcohol can also increase your risk of acid reflux, which can further irritate your vocal cords and throat. It can also disrupt your sleep, leaving you feeling tired and your voice sounding hoarse. So, when it comes to your voice, alcohol is a triple threat, impacting your vocal cords, breath control, and overall health. Let's talk about something that hits close to home, our wallets. Alcohol affects our economy too. Hangovers, anyone? Those mornings you can't get out of bed? That's lost productivity. Imagine that on a larger scale. Alcohol-related absenteeism is a real issue. It costs businesses money and impacts everyone. It's not just about missing work. Hungover employees aren't at their best. This isn't about judging anyone. It's about understanding the economic consequences. Drinking affects performance and the economy. Let's take things a step further. Alcohol abuse can lead to job loss due to lateness, performance issues, or incidents at work. Losing a job affects self-esteem, family stress, and future uncertainty. It impacts the job market and economic growth. Addressing alcohol abuse can help people keep their jobs and support their families. Let's talk about healthcare costs. Alcohol abuse strains our healthcare system. Treating alcohol-related illnesses, accidents, and injuries, providing long-term care, impacts emergency rooms and hospitals. Resources are used for preventable issues, leading to longer wait times and higher costs. Our healthcare system is overburdened. Addressing alcohol abuse can alleviate pressure. Alcohol abuse has serious legal and financial consequences. DUIs, fines, and legal fees can lead to financial ruin. Alcohol is expensive and can strain your budget. It affects individuals, families, and the healthcare system. But with awareness and support, we can create a healthier future. We've covered a lot of ground, but there's another crucial aspect of alcohol's impact that we need to address: relationships. Alcohol has a way of seeping into our personal lives, often creating tension, misunderstandings, and conflict. One of the first casualties of alcohol abuse is communication. When someone is under the influence, their judgment is impaired, their inhibitions are lowered, and they might say or do things they wouldn't normally. This can lead to arguments, hurt feelings, and a breakdown in communication between partners, family members, or friends. Imagine trying to have a serious conversation with someone who's had too much to drink. It's like talking to a wall, right? They might not remember what was said. They might become defensive or aggressive, or they might simply not be able to process information properly. Over time, this communication breakdown can create a rift in relationships. It erodes trust, fosters resentment, and makes it difficult to resolve conflicts constructively. It's like a poison that slowly eats away at the foundation of even the strongest bonds. Now let's talk about this common thing among drinkers. It's true that alcohol can lead to cheating. Alcohol lowers inhibitions, impairs judgment, and increases impulsivity, making it easier for people to cross boundaries they would normally respect. A drinking partner is more likely to cheat because excessive drinking can make them hyper and prone to flirting. In social settings like bars, alcohol blurs the lines between harmless interactions and inappropriate behavior, often resulting in infidelity. This can erode trust in committed relationships, leading to breakups and even divorce in marriages. Many relationships ended because of alcohol, especially when one partner misbehaved. So be careful, especially when drinking in a bar. It is advisable not to drink alcohol. Now this is a tough but important topic to address. Alcohol abuse is a major risk factor for domestic violence. I'm not saying that everyone who drinks will become abusive, of course not. But alcohol lowers inhibitions, impairs judgment, and increases aggression, creating a dangerous cocktail that can lead to violence in some individuals. It's heartbreaking to see how alcohol can transform someone you love into someone capable of causing harm. Victims of alcohol-fueled violence often feel trapped, scared, and alone. They might blame themselves or make excuses for the abuser's behavior, especially if the abuser is remorseful when sober. But here's the thing. Alcohol is never an excuse for violence. It's crucial to remember that domestic violence is a pattern of behavior used to exert power and control over another person. Alcohol might lower inhibitions, but it doesn't cause someone to suddenly become abusive. If you or someone you know is experiencing domestic violence, please reach out for help. There are resources available, like hotlines, shelters, and support groups that can provide safety, support, and guidance. The impact of alcohol abuse on relationships extends beyond romantic partnerships. It can also have devastating consequences for families, especially children. When a parent struggles with alcohol, their ability to provide a safe, stable, and nurturing environment for their children is compromised. Alcohol abuse can lead to neglect, where a parent is physically present but emotionally unavailable or unable to meet their children's basic needs. Children might experience inconsistent care, emotional detachment, or even physical neglect if the parent is too intoxicated to attend to their needs. This kind of environment can have long-lasting effects on a child's development. They might struggle with feelings of abandonment, insecurity, and low self-esteem. They might also be more likely to develop behavioral problems, struggle in school, or engage in risky behaviors themselves later in life. It's important to remember that children are incredibly perceptive. They pick up on tension, instability, and changes in their parents' behavior. Even if a parent tries to hide their drinking or downplay its impact, children are often aware of what's going on and can be deeply affected by it. Finally, let's talk about the isolating nature of alcohol abuse. As alcohol takes center stage in someone's life, it can push away friends, family members, and other important relationships. People might distance themselves from someone who is constantly drinking, especially if their behavior has become unpredictable embarrassing, or hurtful. This isolation can make it even harder for someone to break free from the cycle of alcohol abuse. They might feel like they have nowhere else to turn, no one to talk to, and no one who understands what they're going through. The irony is that while alcohol might seem like a social lubricant, in the long run, it often has the opposite effect. It can lead to social isolation, loneliness, and a breakdown of the support systems that are so crucial for our well-being. Remember, relationships are the foundation of a happy and fulfilling life. Alcohol abuse can chip away at that foundation, causing irreparable damage if left unaddressed. By seeking help, setting healthy boundaries, and prioritizing communication, it's possible to repair those relationships and build stronger, healthier connections with the people who matter most. Well, there you have it, guys. We've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive into the hidden dangers of alcohol, from the physical and mental health consequences to the social and economic impacts. It's clear that alcohol abuse is a serious issue that deserves our attention. Thank you for watching. If you found this video informative, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more content on health and well-being. Remember, moderation or abstinence is key to maintaining a healthy lifestyle. See you next time.